Okay, Ethan, I've made us full screen and I've pressed record, so this is where it starts, if you're watching it on YouTube, rather
Hello,
than watching
YouTube.
it live. So this is the DemoBowl finals between DoubleRedux and Juil. Juil is playing Orcs will roll die. DoubleRedux with the Skaven team. Unfortunately, we are missing some information, but since that's how watching live works. But it seems like Juil is setting up for the defense here, and the Skavens are going to start by attacking. If you want info on DemoBowl, you can probably go to our Discord channel and know about more, but it's essentially the community tournament or league that we play. It used to be played through the Steam group, and now we're playing it through Discord because Discord has some better features. Ethan, do you want to go over what we have on the Skaven side of the pitch?
Yes. There are two Stormmen, as expected, both
Yep.
block guard.
Yep. White
There are-
Tiger and Albino Lion.
Yep. There are three gutter runners. One has dodge, block, sidestep, and a pending skill up. So we'll have to see what he's got. That's White Wolf. So
Yeah, and that White Wolf has picked Tackle, which is an interesting choice. I'm thinking the only reason to pick Tackle here is to deal with the Orc Thrower that has Blodge. So now they have some way to knock that piece down. And here's the other Gutter Runner with two heads.
yep. There's a
And
there's a two heads block, sidestep, tackle guy now, and just a level one gutter runner. Who cares? There's
Yeah.
a kick line rat. Fine. There's a wrestle line rat with -1 armor value. The saddest line rat.
yeah, he
No,
is
that's
actually on the LOS right now.
As you would expect.
I think
And
Double Redux is counting on it's his attacking drive, so maybe he can get some use out of him before he gets ejected.
And then Silverback Gorilla, the rat ogre, has guard.
And what do we have on the Orc side of things? There seems to be more skills spread out.
Yeah, they're less heavily loaded. They don't have, for example, 5 line rats with no skills. So they're all right. There is a Black Orc with block, another Black Orc with block, a Black Orc with block and -1 agility, a Blitzer with guard, 2 Blitzers with guard, 1 with tackle, 1 with mighty blow. There's a thrower with block and dodge. He's good. And then there's a lineman with block, a lineman with wrestle, and then 1 unskilled line off. They're like green.
Line off. And of course the Orcs do have 1 spare player, whereas the Skaven team has 2. But then again, I think we're all expecting the armor value 6 Lion Rat to get out of here pretty quickly. I'm actually surprised that DoubleRedux values the Lion Rat that highly, considering, I mean, armor value 6. As soon as you go down, you're out. So we'll see.
But he does have wrestle, so when he goes down soft.
That's true. Well, the pickup is good. It'll be interesting to see what the rats are going to try and do here. I'm assuming they don't really want to score quickly, but at the same time probably mitigate as much damage as possible from these orcs. Then again, the 2 line rats here on the left-hand side have both run up to base players. And I'm not entirely sure why. The only reason I can think of is that DoubleRedux wants to blitz Virginity Original Skin with the Guard Storm Vermin here. Because then by putting...
They want to put on a bit of a show.
And here we go. And it's good. That is a Defender Stumbles and a Skull. And then a follow-up. And now he's actually basing the thrower too, so that's decent. Unfortunately, there's still a line rat here that can get surfed if Juil wants to surf the line rat. Wrestle piece doing decent work in that they managed to knock down an orc. It seems like all of the gut runners are going to stay back for now. And at some point, I'm sure we'll see this rat ogre go for the black orc. Because it just makes sense. Oh, and that's a... That's, is DoubleRedux gonna...
Yeah, that's not what that guy wants to roll, unfortunately.
And Juil decides to not use wrestle, and that's the end of the turn for DoubleRedux. And that's kind of what you always hope for with your wrestle pieces. Where you're like, yeah, let me... I'll go... I'll get knocked down. The rats do have a two rat bench. Let's see if are we gonna see the surf? I mean, possibly, but probably not.
I mean,
shameful display.
Go on, shove him out.
I mean,
maybe he's there to bait him, though. Maybe it's a mind game.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I guess it's partly because I don't think... And none of the rats are currently in scoring range. And while it's not an important line rat... Oh, here we go. Let's see how hurt he is.
That one rat's weakness, getting touched.
Yep, injured straight away. And a miss next game. Okay, so...
I think he's going to miss more than the next game. I think he might miss his next few meals and...
Yeah, one could definitely argue that surfing a line rat is a waste of a blitz. But then again, is there really a better blitz right here at the moment?
Like surfing that guy and then continuing your movement up to, like, just...
I mean, you could, I guess. I'm sure the orcs are a bit worried about the gut runners, because if they stay in, they can, you know, they're gut runners. They can do pretty much... whatever they want. So maybe you want to get down here and blitz with the mighty blow from the Defile of the Ancients. But it seems like they're going for the one die instead, changing their mind here.
You blammo that guy and he's gone. Blammo.
Yeah, Saima says might have been a misclick, click too fast. Very possible. Clearly, Juil at some point realized, you know what? There's a free ejection, so the rats are now down to 9 pieces.
Yeah,
and I think
there and they put another dude to block that left side. That dude who hasn't done anything over there.
Okay, and it's not... It's difficult if you're rats. That's not a fun first turn. That said, I mean...
That's what you get when you bring in an AV6 line rat and put him on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Oh, and a foul, but that's with a... That's a foul with the block tackle piece. That's a ballsy foul. Do they? Oh, they have a... Okay, never mind. They do. Juil has a bribe, so that makes a lot more sense. Still, then again, there aren't that many other pieces that could actually go up and foul. It's DoubleRedux.
That means you could just not foul for a bit.
Yeah, but if you have a bribe, I mean... Whew.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to, when you got a bribe and foul, you can just leave it until you get a good foul. So then if you get called out on a good foul, you can stop it instead of wasting it on a bad foul that you don't care about.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Save it for a gutter runner and feed him your steel toe caps.
I mean, DoubleRedux is in a bit of a... There's some trouble afoot. Maybe the... I mean, the gut runners can definitely switch over to the right-hand side if they want to.
They can go wherever they want. They're gut runners.
But pretty much all the other rats are stuck in bad blocks. The rat ogre has a 2-die into 2-die. But it's...
What are you gonna do?
Okay, here we go. It seems like they're going to the right-hand side here. Okay, that's interesting. So giving an assist here looks like... so that's that means that the Rat Ogre is definitely going for the Black Orc. Otherwise, they wouldn't put up for this trade right here. And... Huh. I do not know why the Blodge Sidestep Tackle Gutter Runner is standing where they're standing, because it doesn't seem to do much of anything. So just pushes. That's a push and a both down, and of course the Rat Ogre doesn't have block, but giving an extra guard assist here means that there is a 1-die block on this Black Orc if the Storm Vermin wants it. This Elder Rolls 2 Snake-Eyed does currently have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you can get over there.
He can do a 2-die blitz on the Ball Carrier. And that wouldn't have happened if this Gutter Runner had just stayed a bit further back. So I assume that's what's gonna happen. It's a good piece to blitz with too, because Wrestle would counter the Line Rat, the Gutter Runner's block. Then again, there aren't that many pieces actually that the Orcs can use to pick the ball up with. Then again, they might not be too concerned with picking up the ball.
Well, you never want a free ball when with Skaven around, because they just pick it up.
And some pushes to, both downs here means that the Rats are still standing. Lots of pushes. So I'm pretty sure DoubleRedux is pretty, well, feeling pretty good about that.
The Black Hawk blitz on the good. Yeah, probably say the Black Hawk can't blitz, maybe.
This is also kind of a weird push here, because you could have pushed him over to the tackle piece and they would have gotten more blocks, but maybe they want to tackle piece to be free for later on. That's a Storm Vermin going down. Wife is Strange has had enough, but no armor break. And that's more pushes onto the Rat Ogre. Once again, electing not to put the Rat Ogre in a... There would have been, if it had been a straight down push, it would have been a 1-die block with block on this Line Orc here, but we'll see. Yep, just running the tackle piece further back. And that's finally a POW on Polar Bear. The one of the Line Rats. Just a stun now.
Got off lucky.
So, let's see if we do get this blitz. I don't see why you wouldn't do this blitz, but maybe not.
He's thinking about it. Taking his sweet time. But understandable, it's the final of such a prestigious event.
Well, it is one of the longest running Cyanide Blood Bowl tournaments, this. And there we go. Wrestle dropping the ball. Unfortunately, there isn't really that many other players that can pick it up.
They all laughed at the Wrestle Line Orc. They laughed him for not being bloodthirsty enough, and now look what's happened.
Yeah. No, as I was going to say, just for bragging rights, the DemoBowl has been going since Blood Bowl 1 Legendary Edition, I would say.
I believe so.
So, I mean, it is one of the, it's one of the largest non-open leagues in Blood Bowl 2. And it was in Blood Bowl 1 as well. We're going to run out of rats by turn 13, says Gray. Well, I mean, good news, bad news. Good news, bad news is that, of course, this is We expected the wrestle piece to get ejected quite quickly. And that's the rat picking it up. They did bring in safety in the diaper elite. The the block tackle piece. That should be able to deal with the White Wolf Gutter Runner here. But we'll see. This Gutter Runner can possibly dodge through here and just base Diaper Elite, making it slightly harder for him to get to the ball. But then again, it also kind of frees up it's a free block on the fresh Gutter Runner. So that's helping out a bit, but I think, yeah, Diaper Elite can still run around and blitz. Oh, there we go. Deciding to do the GFIs to go base Diaper Elite here. And then a block, back on the block piece.
I'm going to need you to redo the thing on me on Skype. Because it just decided that it was going to crash my graphics driver, so now I can't see shit.
Sweet.
It's good, actually.
Gonna give you a call.
Thank you.
Be exciting. And there we go, knocking down another orc. The Black Orc Wife is strange here. Armor roll. It's a 5. Need a 10 plus.
Okay, it's still not showing me nothing. I'm gonna have to just restart. Skip. Excellent. Went on.
Great. So I am...
Excellent.
I was going to say I'm all alone, but then I realized I actually have you on Discord, so
yeah.
You're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just can't be helpful at all.
Mm-hmm. No, that's one of the things that actually got a lot more complicated with the release of Blood Bowl 2. Speaking of all of these speculations for Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition, was running the community tournaments, because the commissioner interface for tournaments is, well, let's call it less than stellar.
I'll say it's less than stellarist.
Yeah.
6.8 out of 10.
It's a good joke. So, we do oh, here we go. That is what DoubleRedux needs, because this block here, if they can get rid of the Storm Vermin, this piece up here, well, this piece here is free to do a blitz, since the block tackle piece is still stuck. But that's stopped now, and I think that means the Gutter Runner is actually pretty safe, compared to, well, all the things that could happen. Oh, and Silverback Riddle is stunned. Through a bribe, and I mean, the bribe works. That is not what you want to waste your bribe on, but it might. Oh, and the dodge is good. Let's see, the going for it is good, and the second going for it is good too. Sidestep. Oh, and that's White Wolf dead. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a Apo here. And no casualty, so that's an unfortunate scatter for the Gutter Runners here. But that's probably an indication that they might want to, you know, run in and score this turn. We'll see what they can do. Here, they do have some blocks here if they want to try and get a block on the thrower, but other than that, we might see. I don't think we're going to see a blitzer. I think we're just going to see the attempt at a 3+ pick up, and then a dodge out and a handover possibly, or this guy the Great White Shark just running in, dodging out, going back in, picking it up, and then handing off to Darkhawk, son of Silverhawk, apparently. Are you back on the Skype, Ethan?
Nope, because
Okay,
it's decided that it's not going to save my password, so I got to figure out that.
Skype, it's a good
Yeah,
program.
yeah, it's good.
But yeah, so turn 4 for the albino predators. And DoubleRedux is taking their time to decide what to do, which I think is a good strategy. We are playing with 4-minute turns here, so playing quickly and not considering all the options is probably not what you want to do. Okay, so we're putting that piece in scoring position, and that of course. Oh, and that's a 1 and a 6. Now, this does mean that, well, that makes sense. Well, does that make sense? No. Well, 2 heads means that. Oh, and another 1. So the fail.
I am into the skip.
The the dreaded failure for everyone that plays any type of agility 4 team. Rolling 2 1s in a turn kind of ruins what you were going for, regardless of how safe your strategy is. We'll see how much.
There we go.
We'll see how many tackle zones the Orcs can put on the ball here. If they can secure it and stop it, that probably means that the Orcs have the first half. Currently, I mean, the Rats have a full team going back after this drive, so we'll see what they can do here. Yeah, and most of these can't actually, like, the Blitzers. Well, this Blitzer with guard, Hoarderlands here, can make it back to put a tackle zone on the ball. So they can at best put 3 tackle zones on the ball. Fortunately for DoubleRedux, the 2-die Blitz is good. It is in 2 tackle zones, so we'll see how that works out. That said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that, oh, here we go. Oh, and a reroll on the both down skull here on turn 4. Well, Juil did have 4 rerolls, so there's you might as well use them while you have the chance. And this does free up the thrower, which is probably why that happened. So the thrower can run and try and pick it up now. And when that happens, the Rats are going to be really sad.
They're always pretty sad, though, aren't they, really, when you think about it?
Yeah.
And that's why the rat race, as a phrase, has such negative connotation, because rats are always
Oh, and Dub Skulls ends Juil's turn earlier than they wanted to, I would assume. That's what happens when you try and go for all the blocks. So maybe Darkhawk, son of Silverhawk, has some type of opening here. Unfortunately, right now it's dodging into 2 tackle zones because Hoarderlands added tackle zones on entry to the ball, which is probably not what they want. We'll see. We might, I mean, they are fast. We might see something different in Darkhawk just giving an assist on Diaper Elite here and then doing a 1-die push onto the oh, and another skull both down over here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But like I said, Polar Bear could run. Well, Polar Bear can run over there, but not going to do much help. And it's a dodge out to do so. So we'll see how this works out. It's not a good situation for the Rats. but they're still rats. If they get a push onto the ball and a decent scatter, they can still pick it up and run it in. The other option actually would be, oh, that's risky though, would be for Great White Shark, because Great White Shark has 2 heads, so as essentially agility 5 for dodging, which means that these all of these dodges are 3+s, but they are without a without the dodge reroll, because the tackle piece is next to well, in these tackle zones here. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, here we go.
He's making a...
Okay, so deciding that rather than taking the slightly safer strat, and I assume acknowledging... Oh, here we go. 2 heads. Made it work. Dodge. A safer dodge. Rolled a 1. Made the dodge. And is out. And touchdown.
Classic ratting there.
Yeah.
He went in, he got the ball, he did it.
Got in, got out. That's some rat bullshit. But then again, had to make the harder play when the easy pass play failed. And that's why you need to be really scared about the rats. And the rats have a full team again. Actually, they have more than that. They have 12 players, so there's 1 in reserves. Whoops. Let's go back here. Let's have a look at these rolls again. So the first 3+ dodge was a 6. Then the second one was a 3. Pick up 4. Rolled a 6 again. Failed the dodge. Re-rolled that dodge. It's a 2. Last roll is a 6. And then they're out of there. So... a good recovery by the rats there. It was looking grim. Now everyone's back. We'll see if they can stop the orcs from pushing forward here. It's I think it might be a bit tricky. Let's see. The orcs have 4 turns. With the thrower having 17 SPP and blodge, I'm assuming these orcs are running a running game, so the thrower wants to pick it up and then run it all the way down, which, depending on the kick here, might be difficult. Remember, the rats do have a kick lineman. This is a pretty aggressive defensive line, though, with these guard pieces spread out a bit more, and all the storm vermin actually on the LOS here. Deciding that armor value 8 on the LOS is better than armor value 7. We'll see if it pays off or not.
Well, they've also got the block, which puts them well above those awful skillless line rats.
So with 4 turns to go, this thrower has what? Let's see, that's 28 movement in total. And of course, from the middle of the pitch to the end is 13, so they can run quite far. But if there has to be a detour made to pick the ball up, they might have to do some GFIs. We'll see. Regardless, they'll have to push pretty hard. We'll see where DoubleRedux decides to put the kick. I'm going to assume it's the top right corner of the pitch from our perspective. And I guess now...
that. Yeah, top left now that he's moved his guys.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, top left is probably best because there is a tackle blitzer here.
There's a big hole.
Forward. Yeah.
The whole field. Now top right. Good. Yeah, alright.
Okay, so...
Let's flip a coin. Where do you think he's going? Heads or tails?
Heads.
Sorry, it's tails. Rats got tails.
Damn it.
Nice try, though. Close. Almost there.
I would join the crippled cop tomorrow, but unfortunately I am busy for half of that time, so I can't. Okay, so let's see where the kick actually goes here. I'm not sure we get to see the indicator. But it's taking slightly longer than expected. Oh, here we go. Let's see where... Pitch invasion. This... oh!
You know
wow. What? Okay, so good news. Good news is that that's an excellent kick.
Yeah, really good kick.
For
really
the rats.
Bad kickoff.
Yeah, so the only way for the orc to pick that up this turn is the 2 GFIs. But there are now a lot of holes in the Skaven defense here.
Are any of the... Yeah, one of the good rats is down, right? It looks to me like...
Yeah. One of them is still standing. The other 2 gut runners are knocked down.
So 2 good rats down, but otherwise all the actual good rats are standing. And by that I mean the other 3, because who cares about line rats?
Yeah, and I mean the storm vermins are still standing here, which might make it annoying for the orcs. There is a block here, of course, but it's because the black orc here got stunned. It's currently a 1 die, so they might have to get some help from a black orc.
They don't want to see if the orcs have +1 or +2 fame.
Yeah,
So
I mean we'd all want to see that.
Apparently, it tells you in the log now. They patched it in the most recent patch, apparently.
In the dice log?
Yeah.
Well,
it was too long ago now.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be added in Legendary Edition, but they might have patched it in already. Oh, acrylic alphabet renders properly. Whew. Amazing.
Oh, good.
Well, we'll see what we get. It might also be that we don't get to see any dice logs that we weren't that we had. Well, we're watching the live replay, so we should be able to see it. Okay, so knocking down that storm vermin, but not making very much progress on this side of the pitch, which is definitely good for the rats. Let's see if the GFIs work. That's a 3 and a 2 and a 3, and that was Ethan dropping from Skype again.
Yeah, it did the thing again, so I'm in hell. So I'm going to close Skype completely again. Except it's going to do the thing where first it's going to decide that it's crashed first. Okay. Then it's just going to, it's going to be awful to me.
In the meantime, it's the rat's turn. We'll see if oh, it shows the pitch invasion rolls? Yes, it does.
It shows pitch invasion rolls, but not fame directly, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So 5+. So that means the so all of these are so the orcs have the fame then, because they roll on 6s, whereas the rats rolled on 5s. And that's a KO for the rats or the orcs. They must be pretty happy with that.
Be good and go.
So we'll see. More importantly, that is also a pretty important piece for the orcs. Well, okay, let's call again. See if we can get some. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's... I mean, that I would say it's unfortunate, but that's probably more what the rats want here, because if they push further, I don't think the rat ogre could have easily escaped. Well, actually, it could have possibly gone back one if it was a push into something else. And we got Thursday joining us, so that's nice. How you doing, Kat?
She's enjoying the rat murder.
Mm-hmm.
Species memory.
Yep. Okay. I mean, that was definitely not a good kickoff for the rats, but the kick being this deep, it's probably
pretty much the perfect kick.
Yeah, I mean, this even let's do some counting here. If the thrower runs his full movement this turn, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll end up on the 8 on the 7th turn, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. 1. Oh, that's a stun while I was trying to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so the thrower can't make it to the end zone from where the thrower is now. So the thrower has to do a handoff,
He's got to give it to somebody.
But most of these pieces still that he can give it to unless he does a pass to. I guess maybe that's what's happening. It's
got to be to that blitzer.
Yeah. Must be a pass to the Mighty Blow Blitzer. And if that works, then, I mean...
we've got ourselves a tie game going into the second half.
Yeah, there are still some pieces that can stop this Blitzer. But the Blitzer... Oh, nope. The Blitzer is actually running back for the Blitz here on the Rat Ogre. Okay. I mean, it's turn 6. They don't necessarily... If they can push... No, okay. Hang on a second. Well, okay, so... Who...
Well, he can go 8 a turn with 2 going for it. So he can go 16.
Yeah, I mean, there are blitzers that can definitely get into scoring position next turn. But... I wonder if you do the pass now. I don't think... Well, you can 3... So, the reason to go for the pass now would be that you have 3 rerolls and you want to use them all.
Yeah.
But then again, the reason not...
next turn, then he can hold on to the...
Yep, okay. So, does
do
not
the handoff
want to...
next turn.
Does not want to do it right now. We'll
it's pass now, use up, reroll maybe, and if you fail, the rats pick it up.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of them are laying down, so it's quite unlikely.
Yeah. But that said, the safer play is to hold off.
Yeah.
One more turn. Like if the orcs do drop the ball, the rats are just gonna pick it up and get out of there probably.
And they'll just run away and then go, try and get it now, greedy. They're very rude.
Yeah, they are. It's a well-known fact. Okay, so... Oh, okay. I guess they're going for the blitz here. Then all of the rats are back this turn because no one is actually stunned. They're all just down on the ground. Well, actually, that's not true. The Storm Vermin is still stunned. That's just a stand up. So why are you... Okay, I'm slightly confused. But I mean, it's... I'm guessing we might see a blitz with Rat Ogre here. Because why not?
He's going to get up and do a shoving.
Yeah, the other option is to do a 1-die block with the Gutter Runner here. But I don't think so.
He's also got guard, so it's just nice to have him standing up.
Mm-hmm. The Rat Dead Center has kick here, in case anyone couldn't tell. Okay. I mean, we'll see what the orcs do on their turn 7, but it's like right now, because one of the blitzers is out, so they're like, there's this guy and these 2 over here, and if the Rat Ogre might be able to knock one of them down. And that frees up... So currently Horderlands... Okay, let's see. Let's see how this positioning works out. Thursday's very interested in Blood Bowl.
Yeah, always.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things they told you at the cat adoption house. Cat
Here we
very
go, and
fictional
that
sports.
is not what that rat ogre wants. That's a both down. The loner, the reroll is used, but the loner fails,
And
and the rat ogre goes down. That's really unfortunate.
hand off and waddle down then. Hand off and waddle down then. Come on, Orc. Do it. Do it, you stupid Orc.
So let's just do a count back so everyone knows how far the blitzer has to be able to be in scoring position this turn. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have to be on this line here between 8 and 12 to be in scoring position this turn, and then it's running straight down with 2 GFIs. So that's one piece in scoring position currently, but giving an assist to the blodge tackle sidestepper. And that's a pout. So that, oh, that's unfortunate. One of the rats got KO'd, but there is one in reserve still. And more importantly, that's one of the blitzers. So that's one blitzer out from being in scoring position, which means we only have a Defile of the Ancients and Hoarderlands here that can currently score. This line rat would, line orc would have to run down to, well, one extra step to the 12 line here to be able to be in scoring position. Okay, and here comes the handoff. Yep, here's the handoff, and that's a failed catch. Whew, that's a 6. If that had failed, then the Orcs would be in trouble. They might still be in trouble because I don't think the rest of these guys around here can't make it as far to protect the Blitzer. The Blitzer has to make it down here. And the rest of the players are going to have a hard time getting further to stop some type of blitz. Remember, if this blitzer just ends up between 8 and 12 and is then pushed back one square, the blitzer can't score. So now, oh, going for the blitz.
Blammo got him.
And it works out. Oh.
Oh, it might have worked out better than he thought.
Yeah, that's a KO. Oh. Okay, so that's one GFI.
Is he going to go again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. Who do we have down here that can blitz? We have this this guy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this guy can give an assist, and it would be a 2-die pushback. Here.
Does he need to go one more, or can he?
No, he can run it in from here. He's got 7 to the end.
Even if he gets pushed back.
If he's got pushed back, he's got 8, so he can do it.
So he can still do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do it this turn. All right. All right. I mean, all right. All right.
We'll see what happens here. Hi, Thursday. Thursday does not like it when I stream Blood Bowl, apparently. Here we go.
Yeah, she does. Because that's the best time for getting attention from you.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, so I think there's one obvious run blitz here, and it's the Great White Shark getting the assist and then using the white killer whale to blitz the blitzer back. And then if they yep, there we go. Now, Juil still has 2 rerolls left, so can definitely, if it's just a case of 2 GFIs, it's pretty likely that that'll work out. Here comes the blitz. Oh, and it's a double pow. That means
not what you wanted.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Where's it?
Oh.
Okay, that leaves White Leopard here to base the ball, and then it needs to be some type of pass play from the Orcs here. They can get to it with one of the agility 3 pieces if they clear everyone else out.
But who could anyone score with it?
Well, yes, there's this piece right here that is in scoring position with 2 GFIs. Oh, now it's even harder because now they have to clear this piece off.
Yeah, gotta get that dude out of the way. They gotta get 2 people over there. All right. You got ourselves again.
And so the option they have here is to try and get the this gutter runner off the blitzer, so the blitzer can run. Oh, went for the pickup and got it. If this line rat just goes one further to the right here, then the only one that can actually reach him. Yep, nope, decided against it, which was probably for the better. Yep, getting rid of. I don't think they can.
But that's the only dude who can score with it. So.
Oh, yep, and yeah, I don't. Whoops, I shouldn't switch view.
I think that's it. I think that's 1.5 rats with that.
Yeah, and I think the rats. Well, the rat. If they don't get any of their KOs back, they're going to be down to 10. But that might be the rats winning this half. All in all.
Well, not in the moral victory.
Yeah, well.
But they don't score you on that.
Ranulf is asking me if Ran Ulf is an old Swedish name, and I'm pretty sure it's not, because it doesn't sound very Swedish, but you would pronounce it Ran Ulf if it was. In any case, that's neither here nor there. That's a decent turn for the rats. They might have to pay in injuries here, though, because there are a lot of rats that can be blocked. Well, there's 4 more. And then there's a Mighty Blow Blitz here as well. We'll see how this goes. Oh, and everyone is getting knocked down. No one is getting surfed. It's sad times. We'll see. There is a block here, but they need to commit some more. They need to commit 4 assists. But that's definitely doable. We'll see what they get. Oh, and a pow. That rat is knocked down and injured. That is the rat ogre out. That's a trade the Orcs should be happy with. That means that the rats are, well, unless both of the KOs come back, these guys might be in trouble. We'll see.
No, the rats always look like they're in
Yeah.
trouble, and then the gutter runner touches the ball and it's over.
Exactly, and that's, I mean, even though the rat ogre's out and injured, just the fact that the rats won this half means that the orcs probably have to grind out the second half and hope for the third half. Oh, is everyone staying out?
Yeah, no one to join in today.
That's...
Everyone's had enough.
So, everyone's rolling for 4+ on the KOs, and everyone rolled 3s and 2s. Good. Oof. So that means we're down to 9 rats, whereas the orcs are back at 12. They are, however, missing their tackle piece still, and the kick piece is still in. So another deep kick might mean that the rats just run up and steal it. It's not overtime, it's the third half, damn it. Because it might go into 4 halves and stuff. Actually, it's overtime.
Sometimes when you're down in the third quarter,
Yeah,
and you go, it's time for the second half.
exactly. I don't know about the way these rats are set up on the LOS, though. I feel like
Well, it's because they lost their
Yeah.
designated line of scrimmage rat with the armored 6 idiot.
But because the orcs have guard 2, I don't know how much. I just like having him together. Three 8s. Yeah, that's still not a Swedish word though, Ranulf. It might be an Old Norse word, but it's not used in Swedish at this time, or has ever been, as long as, well, if it's Old Norse, it's, yeah. Never mind. Language.
I just got an email about a 2,000-year-old blood sugar trick.
Damn. Is it have blood in your veins?
I think it might have been, but I deleted it. It's almost. I'm semi-intrigued to go look like I was with the advert for Bono Brew.
You know what they say about medicine 2,000 years ago, though?
It was really good.
Yeah, they really nailed down that blood sugar business. It's a shame that we forgot how it works.
Yeah, I mean, ooh.
If only someone could remind us.
I mean, nowadays, doctors, when they're like, oh, we don't have any tools, how are we going to test you got diabetes? They drink your wee-wee.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But 2,000 years ago, I bet they did that little thing they do at the chemist where you put your finger in.
Yeah, I mean, it's. If only we had someone on the internet telling us about this.
Well, there is, but they don't get no respect.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm pretty sure it's the chemtrails, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is interesting in that DoubleRedux decided to go on uneven and putting 2 line rats on the left side here and just 1 on the right. And I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure why. This cat is. No, well. That's a bling. I'm slightly annoyed that it's still blinging. It shouldn't be blinging when it's not. That was a Steam alert, by the way, but it's not showing up because I turned them off. But apparently the sounds are still on. Okay. It seems like Juil is going for just kill all the rats. Like, just kill them. That's okay, Stealthfire. I forgive you. Yeah, this is a best of 1. Because that's the easiest way to set this up. Okay, let's see. Last time, DoubleRedux decided to kick deep with his kick piece.
And it worked.
It did. We'll see. Now the thrower is really far back, so it might actually be better to kick it short so the thrower doesn't have a chance to pick it up. Perfect defense is probably something DoubleRedux is very happy with. It's like, yeah, let's move people around.
I mean, this is a much better kickoff than last time when all of his guys fell over.
Yeah. Oh, but he's putting... Or they're putting more people on the LOS. That's never a good thing. Or a sign. Don't get more of your rats punched. We'll see.
I don't know, I mean... That poor rat, the robo rat, he probably shouldn't be there. Should probably have
Yeah, there we
the
go.
other awful ones there instead of the robo rat.
It's the amount of rats on the LOS has been well, they fixed it. They removed most of them. We'll see how this works out. Now this is also it's a deep kick again, and it's deep enough that the rats are not going to be able to make it over there. Which it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, there are two different ways you could go. You could just try and be defensive and not let the orcs through. They're probably going to get through anyways because of the numerical advantage. And then score late, and then it'll be a time we'll go into the third 8 turns or overtime or golden goal. But if you go into golden goal and the rats win the kickoff, then they're pretty likely to score. So
that's the rats fighter.
So we might just see the orcs. I mean, staying back in a cage and just trying to get rid of all of them. If they can do it. And that's a push, which I'm sure the rats are happy with. And a both down, which is going to knock down the poor white leopard. And a lot of skulls and both downs here. So, storm vermins are... Well, there we go. Getting knocked down finally. But unfortunately, not stunned. The fact that these guys are here in the back line, I would assume means that that's where Juil wants to be. Because it's 5 squares to get over there. And that might be a good thing. I think at this point, DoubleRedux is just happy if his rats stay on the pitch for as long as possible. Right now, the amount of rats, I would say, kind of dictate what Juil is doing or should be doing. Because with less rats on the pitch, the orcs will feel a bit safer.
Is the skull emote live yet?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why haven't I seen any?
What Well, that's a very good question. Maybe
I haven't
maybe there hasn't
seen
been
any.
enough dub skulls. Maybe that's what's going on. But the ball has been collected. The gutter runners can kind of reach it. But it seems like they're going to try and knock down this guard piece here first. It'll be interesting to see if the white wolf, the good gutter runner, actually pushes forward as a threat or not, or if it stays back just to be extra annoying. So now there are some one-die blocks here. That's a push. And a follow-up. I wonder why that. And I also wonder why they used that piece rather than White Killer Whale. Because if they used White Killer Whale instead, they could have pushed the Virginity Original Sin back to the side, and then there would have been a clear path for the Gutter Runner to run through if they wanted to do that. Now, no such option exists. Yeah, I do not know what DoubleRedux... Okay. I think... Okay, DoubleRedux has decided to go for the block here on the guard piece. Manages to knock the piece down. Pushes the piece away from the Gutter Runner, which is probably a good thing. Oh, actually... lets the Horderlands here run free. So Horderlands can now, if they really want to, actually blitz White Wolf. See if there's anything else here they want to do. It's pretty open in the middle, actually. But then again, I guess DoubleRedux realizes that they're probably not going to push very far, making the assumption that the thrower is just going to hold on to the ball and keep it safe. Yeah, right now I'm like, I do not really know what the strategy is here, but I guess we'll find out once a few other blocks have been made. And once again, this push this way means that the Orcs aren't really interested in pushing something through, and that's another KO on White Tiger.
Yeah, it's a good guy to KO.
Yeah, that's one of the Storm Vermins. That's not what the Rats want to see.
I was going to say that just leaves more primo targets in the unskilled line rats, but they're dead. They died.
Oh, and that's no armor break, so I'm sure the Rats are pretty pleased about that. Another POW. And with the cage moving forward, and less Rats on the pitch, it's come down to, I guess the Rats just trying to figure out what they need to do. The Blitz hasn't been used yet, so Horderlands is still available to blitz the Gutter Runner here if that's what they want. Or the Storm Vermin. Well, and that's not a knockdown.
And the rat gets to choose where he goes, and oddly enough, he goes to the really good safe place.
And a double push means that another rat just stays up.
I mean, that's... Could we put that in the victory column at this point? For the rats?
I think we should. I think we should, yeah.
We'll go on with staying up. That's 3 more movement, gets them closer to that 1 turn touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with this rat going back here on the side, does that indicate that we'll see another blitz here? Otherwise, I don't know why the rats are serving themselves up for more blocks, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. This game has definitely slowed down in the second half, which is
the Orcs are in control.
Yeah, it's understandable. Both that DoubleRedux wants to take more time and get the best out of the few rats he has left, but also allow Juil to you know, try and figure out what the best course of strategy over these last few turns are. Because there are, of course, 6 turns, and the Orcs need to score twice somehow.
Once now, once in the third half.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. DoubleRedux has decided that the blitz is the way to go, and it's good. Unfortunately, it's not an armor break. But that does free up the Gutter Runner if the Gutter Runner wants to move anywhere. And the Gutter Runners are, you know, still pretty darn hard to knock down with dodge and block. Because, like we said, tackle guys over here in the KO box. Another knockdown, and that means that Moon Panther here can actually go for the guard guy. Unfortunately, it's just a push. But it's like it's turn 10 and 8 rats are still standing so far. I guess we might see another. We're probably not going to see a 2-die against here, but you never know.
I mean, from the average from earlier, they were going to be out of rats by turn 13, so they're doing all right to have 8 still.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, they still have 8, so that's good. And the albino lion is just going to keep standing. This storm vermin has just been, for the most part, just been tanking damage. Or blocks, rather. Yeah, the slowly but sure. But, I mean, also, at some point, they are going to get knocked down, and they are going to get knocked out. The question is just how quickly that's going to happen. Oh, and I guess the Orcs don't really want anyone standing next to the guard piece here. One move forward. We'll see what they can get out of it. I mean, at this pace, they might not even make it down to the end zone. I mean, it's pretty darn likely that you're going to make it down to the end zone, but that does mean playing for the tie. Here we go. No POW means that the gutter runner stays up. We'll see. I feel like I keep saying that a lot, but it's like it's a case of like you don't. I'm assuming we're gonna see a turn 16 touchdown, but if we do that, that does leave DoubleRedux with a possible one-turner. Like currently, there are two gutter runners on the pitch. One would sidestep. And there's one that's KO'd, so they just need to be pushed 2 squares, and they definitely have a chance to just run it in. And that might be doable with the amount of guard the rats have, and by that I mean 1 piece currently, and they might get 2. So, we'll see. But that would then indicate if DoubleRedux is okay with that, or rather, the rats shouldn't, they shouldn't be basing too many players. But then again, oh, that's one of the rerolls wasted there. And a follow-up, that's okay. I guess I mean one of the reasonings could be that if you if you let Juil block as many times as possible, sooner or later there's going to be a dub skull. Fortunately, I don't think there's going to be any breaks on this Blood Bowl train because neither me nor Ethan is actually in control of the players, but it's also important to note that you can't really pause. So, okay, it seems like DoubleRedux has had enough of his Storm Vermin getting pushed back by the Black Orc. Let's see if it pays off. No. Well, I mean, the Black Orc's down, but other than that, not much. Moon Panther here has an option to dodge out if they want to. Yeah, losing the Rat Ogre has definitely put the rats on the back foot. That strength with the guard was really kind of the center of the of their defensive line and aggressive line, considering how much time the Orcs spent in the first half just trying to knock the Rat Ogre down. So the dodge there is good, and it's turn 12 for the Orcs. A POW on the kick piece. That's actually been doing a lot of good work for the Orcs. Having kick and dictating how far back the kick goes. Really probably or almost certainly helped them win the first half. And that's not what you want to see if you're committed a 3 die block. Unfortunately, only getting knocked down on a POW and just getting pushes and skulls today. And this line here might indicate that the thrower is going to run up, though. We'll see. Yep, here we go. Had enough of being that far back. See how well the Orcs can protect this cage. It should be fine. Yeah, that's an awful lot of protection. But still, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 squares until the end zone. And the Orcs have 4 turns, so they can score on turn 14. But if they do that, they probably let the rats score back on them. It'll be hard for them to stop that, and more importantly, hard for them to stop it, steal it, and then score again. And Ethan, I've been thinking a bit more about Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition.
Yeah.
And I think one of the strongest or one of the best things with it is that we can finally bring back musical chairs. The probably the best themed team in all of Blood Bowl. Would you agree?
DOA. The D stands for desk. Click room.
Mm-hmm.
Classic furniture.
Exactly. The only worry is that they won't extend the letters you can use in a name. So it'll be hard to add in the D stands for desk on everyone. Or on all the DOAs that we have. Or had.
It's okay, just drop the parentheses.
Just go, the D stands for desk.
It's DOA, the D stands for desk.
No spaces.
No spaces. Cats and sausages.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the rats have had enough. They're not going to take that many more punches, and they're dodging out. See if they can get away from this horrible predicament that they're in. Downside is that we'll have NSYNC back. NSYNC was amazing.
Yeah, it says known set like a...
Mm-hmm. Great. Can't even contain his excitement. Yeah. Can't even contain his excitement.
Just all he loves that Zach guy.
Well, there should be a toss for who gets the ball in overtime, but you know what? It's been a while since I casted a final, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, the dodge failed. That's one of the
fell on his bum.
That's one of the first snake eyes, I think. Like an actual snake eye. More importantly, it leaves DoubleRedux with just one reroll, which is probably not something the rats want if they're going to try and go for this 1 or 2 turn touchdown at the end of the half. Yeah. Then again, if they stop the Orcs from scoring now, they don't have to go for that at all. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so moving 1 square forward means there's 9 squares left. Math. I think the new Kislev team is going to be exactly like Slan in that it's hard to play.
I think it's going to be
hard to play against because it's hard to think about lead on a bunch of players.
I think it's going to be very similar to Slan. It's hard to play, but it'll be less popular than some because they're not frogs, and I think that was the big draw for a lot of people was that they were frogs that jump a lot.
Mm-hmm. Fashbinder points out that with the newest patch to the Blood Bowl 2 dice log, with fame and fan rolls and individual rolls for pitch invasion and heat, we might actually get more rolls, or we might actually, and if we do, that's going to be excellent. I think that's. I'm not going to say that's what everyone's waiting for, but if that's the case, it'll definitely be a good addition. Oh fuck! I have to play ogres again, don't I? With Blood Bowl
Yeah,
2
but
Legend.
you've already got the theme sorted out. They're just ogres. Ogre
Yeah,
achiever.
yeah. It's a good theme. Okay, so the rats are running away, which makes a bit of sense. So, I don't know what the... Okay, yeah, so the rats are definitely going for the... It makes sense to go for the 2-die block here because it's easy to do and it stops the rats from moving backwards. And it's good. It's a or defender stumbles. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Which is still very likely because, you know, armor value 9. We don't know how close the new Kislev team is gonna be to the previous Slan team. And the speculation, I mean, I think Nethos has said similar, but not exactly the same. But basically, we don't know. Oh!
We just don't.
Oh, that's a good play. That almost worked. But,
Well, he's opened the back end of the cage.
yeah. Maybe you will miss that piece because it's a bit of a sneaky rat. You're like, what? Where did that come from? Hiding. Well, Juil wouldn't miss it because Juil has this view, so they would know that there's a rat there. But still. Oh, and this Gutron is just not going down. And rerolled into a skull push, both down. Deciding to go for the push rather than the both down here. There is a straight path now. But it's one that's kind of surrounded by gut runners here. Maybe Juil is kind of feeling the pressure here to make sure that it gets in. We're assuming, as far as I know, that the Kislev bear, which is the big guy for Kislev, will have stats and skills similar to the Crocs for Slan, which would be, so the prehensile tail on the Crocs would be the chain the bear model has. Darpel wants to know if you keep rerolls during overtime or you get new ones. You keep the ones you have. And the ones that you have after the 8 turn also counts towards the, well, the shootout or the penalty kicks. So, I mean, it's pretty open for the Orcs to run it in if they want to. However, this Gutter Runner could probably just dodge blitz in with Agility 5. If you really wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Be 2 die against. So we'll see if what they can actually do here. I think there are definitely 2 different options here. Either you can just dodge out and try and be annoying by standing in the way, or you can try and go for a blitz on the ball carrier. Now, if if the Orc Thrower was to get knocked down or pushed back, with only 2 turns left, that's a bit rough. Like, currently, the Ball Carrier is 1 away, so the Ball Carrier couldn't score on turn 15, even if the Orcs wanted to. They could, of course, try and do a handoff, but that's definitely risky and probably not going to happen. So at this point, it should be clear that the Orcs are going for the turn 16 touchdown here. And getting a 1-die block on a Blitzer here. Let's see if it's a POW, but unfortunately no armor break. Had broken armor if it'd been a rat though, so there's that. Oh, and there's the dodge out. So the dodge out probably means that the rats are not going to try and do anything sneaky this turn, because that guy kind of needed to base the Black Orc if the Gutter Runner wanted to run in and do a 2-die against. Well, actually, you can just run in and do 2-die against regardless, because it'll be a 2-die against. This is probably slightly frustrating if you're the Orcs, because you've definitely controlled most of the, controlled the second half really well. You've gotten rid of 5 pieces, but still the rats are a threat. Like, you can't... Oh! And that's a failed dodge. Is DoubleRedux going to re-roll this? I doubt it, considering there's only 1 reroll left, and no, they let it go.
Yeah, you'd rather let this go and save it for the possible victory steal.
I think this is kind of... This shows how important it was for the rats to actually win that first half. Because if this had been 0-0, if this had been 1-1, the rats would have essentially been done by now. They'd be playing to tie the game and going into third half, and that's not good for the rats. That's another KO, and this is actually on a pretty important Gutter Runner. Now, the one that would be doing a 1-turn touchdown would be White Wolf, probably, because not Gutter Runner, but Sidestep is so strong when it comes to doing chain pushes. But White Wolf is going to need some help from the other Gutter Runners to pick up the ball and hand it off to White Wolf. And with this this piece basing White Wolf, I assume we're going to see a blitz from somewhere. The question is just who and where. Actually, we might not. Okay, so a full cage still. Not wanting to risk it. Now, that said, this is... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, so this is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So this is 4 steps away. Okay, here we go. Another 3-die. And it's for once good. Let's see where the rat goes. I would assume here. Yep. Failed to break armor, though. So DoubleRedux could get an assist here and try and go for the dodge in. Or no, because going down here would be better because you'd push the thrower back. But by doing that, you'd actually it would be a 3 die against because 2 assists, not being able to remove this piece. It's still like tricky to do because this is not the good dodge piece and it might not be worth it. The other option would be to go put the gutter runner here possibly, or the gutter runner here and then this guy like here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Well, here and here. So unless we see something strange or kind of crazy, we're probably going to see the Orcs run it in on turn 16. Okay, so they're electing to not go for the bolt carrier here, just see if they can get rid of one more blitzer. Because getting rid of one of the guard blitzers, of course, probably going to be very helpful on the LOS. Okay. Almost.
Nice block.
Yeah, but if that had worked, that would have been a solid
Open
play.
cage ready for.
Yeah, could have put two players on the orc thrower. And see how greedy or how daring the orcs are. There is one free.
Just walk it in.
Yeah, we might see some, if we see quad skulls here, it's all over. We did not see quad skulls.
Well, not in this timeline.
No.
Desperate to try and get an injury for to stop the one turn.
Okay, so there is a one-turn possibility here, but it's going to rely on the rats getting a few of their pieces back. And if they don't, we're going into a third overtime half, which, if the rats get it, okay, that's dead and injured. Well, they're still going to be out. And 2 are coming back from the rats. The orcs back. They've always been on 11 players. And they're back. They're still on 11 players. Let's see who's out. One of the gut runners and the linemen. That means that all of the line rats are still in. Does that mean that they can do a one-turn touchdown?
Yeah, with all these gutter runners on the pitch, all 3 ready to go. Storm Vermin would certainly help with the shove-in, but...
We'll see if DoubleRedux is prepared for it. I mean, there are now 2 options here. I think, for me personally, I would go with trying to get the sidestepper in range because it's just easier to push that piece the last few steps. But the let's not forget there is a 2-headed gutter runner here that can easily run through this. That gutter runner doesn't care at all. Because it's going to be a 2 die, 2 die, 2 die. Well, no, it's going to be a... I lied. It's going to be a 3 die, 2 die, 2 die. Math is hard.
Give him the shoving. Give him the shoving.
Okay, let's see. It seems like the gutter runner is here. See what the setup's going to be. This is pretty exciting, pretty intense. If the rats fail this and the orcs win the toss, so they get to run it in, it's probably the orcs winning. If the rats get it, it's probably the rats. Okay, that's a bit of an odd... Well, I think it's a bit of an odd setup altogether, in that the guard piece should probably be here giving an assist. Because if the guard piece is here, right, they can run someone else in and push from here. And then if the sidestepper's here, then that's a push. And then they just need one more to get over here. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so he's hoping for a high kick.
Yeah, but that's... I think this is also kind of important. Like, right now, if they go for the... Well, they have to go for the blitz here now, and then push the gutter runner, and then they can push this piece forward. And this piece has to push some more. That works too. That works just fine. Okay. Let's see where this ends up. And a blitz. That is not going to affect the orcs at all.
Perfect.
That is a deep kick, though. It's 1, 2, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a decent... That's an okay pass. That's probably a 3+ or a 4+. And they can... Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. That is not what they wanted. They might be able to swing this around, though, if they can fill up these two squares here, or actually this whole line here. This guy can block and push the gutter runner forward again. So they're still not out of it. They just have to realize that they can do that. Okay, and it seems like DoubleRedux has realized this, in fact. This is kind of intense.
Yeah, he's seeing the gears turn.
However, the problem with this, of course, is that even if this is a good... they need to do one extra block here, probably, even if this is... It's another knockdown. But what just happened?
Was that a misclick?
Oh, that must have been a misclick.
Yeah.
That is... Oh.
Nope.
Okay, but the safety dodge worked. Whew. Oh, and they get the POW. Let's hope we don't see another misclick here. And we don't. Okay. I mean, okay. Okay. So the gut runner, the gut runner is in position right now.
So now this boy.
And the pickup is good. It's a 2. Let's see what we get here.
Time for the throw.
Are we gonna see? So it's yellow right now, which should be a 3+. It's an inaccurate. It's re-rolled.
Oh, and he's
into a 3.
Yep. Hoopla.
And that's a catch.
And
the
now
tackle piece is over here. So they do have 1 re-roll. Let's see if they. Oh! They did it!
2 heads dodge, 2 head.
2 heads dodge! Rat bullshit!
Classic rats.
Let's have a. Can I get a look on the dice log here? No, I cannot. That was a quick run, but in the end, Albino Predators and DoubleRedux makes it through and takes home the finals of the Mr. Handwick DemoBowl, which has a much longer name that I have forgotten what it is. That was, I think, well played by both sides. Juil going for the attrition there, trying to get rid of the rats, but unfortunately the gutter runners all came back. Yeah, I think he ran straight down 2.
Yeah, he ran straight instead of jumping into one guy's tackle zone instead of sitting in 2. But he did it.
Dodge rolls 4-1 into 6 GFI 5-5 dodge. Yeah, so whew, what a game. That had some slow moments and some tense moments, but congratulations to once again to DoubleRedux and the Albino Predators.
Congratulations to the audience for getting to see such good Blood Bowl.
Yeah, look at how many. So the Albino Predators, they got blocked 63 times.
Yeah,
twice as often as the Orcs. But you know what? They
that's right.
Yeah, my dreads. I took my dread bun down. So enjoy that for now. Whew. That was a good game, and I'm congratulating DoubleRedux on Discord right now. And Juil, I think, yeah, Juil definitely. Am I going to play anything myself? No, not right now. I should say goodbye to YouTube though. Goodbye.